Good evening, good evening, good evening. Good evening, good evening. I see you all. Thank you for connecting. Thank you for joining. Good evening, precious. Good evening. Awesome. Good evening, precious. Good evening, favor, Ejiro. I see you all. Good evening. Thank you all so much for connecting. Welcome to Soul Clinic, the Soul Doctor. Good evening. You're welcome. Let me know where you're joining from tonight. Hello YouTube, hello TikTok, hello Instagram. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Good evening, Lorita. Good evening, Mike Abdul. Good evening. How are you? Good evening. Good evening. Sean, good evening. I see you. Welcome to Soul Clinic with the Soul Doctor. Let me know where you are joining from. Let me know where you are joining from. Queens. Okay, Wolverhampton. Awesome. With the Soul Doctor. Share the live. Get your friends to join in, your family, your neighbors, even your foes. Let's continue this conversation. Amsterdam. Wow, welcome, Ejiro. So it's the final edition because today is the last Tuesday in November. Yeah. Awesome. Right. Let us. Right, so you can hear me very well now. Shirley Boy, good evening. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Pin your goal so more viewers can notice it. Okay, how do I do that? Pin my goal. I pin my goal. I pin my goal. Okay. Hello, Kamia and Sabamims. Hi, good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Great to have you all here. And we are continuing in our conversation. We've been talking about purpose and impacts. Okay. Hi, Bola. Hi, Abayomi. Oh, hi. Hello, Rusty. Hi. I see you all. I see you all. Thank you so much for joining. Top Taiwo, good evening. Thank you for joining. Yeah. Okay. Awesome. So, like I said, we've been having that conversation about purpose. And last week we started with the impact of relationship in fulfilling purpose. Do I need people in my life to fulfill my purpose? What kind of people do I need in my life to actually fulfill my purpose? Right. So we're going to try and conclude that conversation tonight because we're going to be going to something else in the month of December. But November has been a very, very special month. Thank you to everyone who has, connected with us in the month of November. And again, let me say thank you to everyone that celebrated me in the month of November because yes, November is my birthday. We're still in November. It was just last week, Saturday now. And I'm just so grateful for that. And so thank you all for connecting. Thank you for joining us. Just trying to fix me light. In a second. Oh, okay. My light is playing up, but I think we will continue because. Oh, okay. Sorry, guys. Not sure what's going on with my light, but it's. Am I good? I don't want to take attention away from that. Am I good? I can see a little bit of shadow. We will break the chocolate.
I do me WhatsApp audio.
We will break the chocolate. Can you hear me? Can you hear me, guys? Let me know if you can hear me. Let me know if you can. Oof, we're back. Yeah. Can you hear me? You can see me. I'm a bit of a, everything has to be a certain way. So the fact that my light went off was sort of like, oh, no, light, you can't go off. Light, I need my light. Yeah. So I'm not a perfectionist. I just like excellence. I like things and I try my best. You know, we're still getting there. So I see you all. Hey, on YouTube, on TikTok and on Instagram. Thank you. So we started to talk about purpose, and we said purpose is your why, right? Everybody has a why. I'm not going to go back into everything we've talked about. There's a reason why you are here. Oh, Bumi, thank you so much. Thank you, Bumi. Bless you. So there's a reason why you are here in this world, right? And one of the things I said was that you are created on purpose for a purpose, right? Never think that I'm an accident. You know, sometimes parents will say to their children, we were done, we finished having all the children we wanted to have, and then you came along, so we didn't plan like an accident. Hello, that is your POV. And nobody's an accident. Or we were actually looking for a boy, and then you came along. You know, we didn't really, and then we're actually looking for a girl. We had 5 girls, and then we had 5 boys wanted a girl, and then you came. You know, so you were in no. You were created on purpose for a purpose. You are intentional. Your days have been marked out in the books of destiny before you got here. He said, before we were formed in our mother's womb, He knew us, He ordained us, He gave us an assignment to do. And so, the most important reason, right, or the most important thing in our life as human beings is fulfilling our God ordained purpose. And so, we started to look at realigning with purpose after trauma, because the truth is life can make us lose sight of our purpose. Things can happen that will make us lose sight of who we are or what God has sent us to do. And so it is important for us to reactivate that purpose, to begin to say, okay, why actually am I here? And and I shared a lot of my personal stories to say, for me, and there's something I love to say, because people sometimes it's not as if they want to put it into right perspective. So you say, oh, at least because of this thing that happened to you. So for instance, in my own case, they will say, oh, because you went through abuse, at least now you can be helping people to, recover, to heal, and you're talking about trauma and emotional health. As if to say, if that didn't happen to me, maybe I will be an accountant. Well, I actually did study accounting in school, or I will be an engineer or something else. No, regardless of what happened to me or where I'm coming from. So I say that the pain I experienced is a pathway towards my purpose. And I've said it so many times, my purpose is from Isaiah 61:1-4, to comfort the brokenhearted, right? And for me, for every one of us, we need to understand that your purpose has a process. Go and ask Joseph, right? Brother Joseph, right? Really exemplified that for us. It's a case study. He had a purpose. He knew what his purpose was: to lead, to be a leader, to be in leadership. But he had to go through process, because see, if you are not processed and you try to walk in purpose, you will self-sabotage. If you are not processed and you try to walk in purpose, you will self-sabotage. Because you know what experience does to you? It helps you to mature. Oh my goodness. Do you know what negative experience is supposed to do to you? Because sometimes people don't quite get the lessons they're supposed to learn from their experience. Experience helps you to mature. It helps you to cook. No, I shouldn't have. Well, it helps you to be ready for the world. I make cakes. I love making cakes. I believe my cakes are nice, right? Even if I say so myself. My children love my cake. They actually sometimes they are waiting by the oven. Is it ready yet? Because they want to eat it really hot. It's like very nice when it's hot. So no matter how much I put everything I'm supposed to put in that cake, right? My flour, my sugar, my butter, my egg. I love to put vanilla sometimes, and sometimes I love to put, I won't tell you what I love to put, but there's something I love to put that, just gives it a kick. So no matter how much I put all of that in and everything is in the right quantity, the right consistency, the right way, because I remember that I started baking when I was in junior secondary school, and then I would make the cake, it would be hard. Still the same ingredients, the same ingredient, the same quantity, but my cake would be so hard. They used to laugh at me at home there, but they would eat it because it was sweet, but it was just hard like a stone. It was more like scone, even scone is softer. So it's not about the ingredients or even the quantity. There's also a way when you start to, so sometimes I show, my children, when you start to put in the flour, right? Okay, so let's go to baking class real quick, okay? So you mix your sugar and your butter, you whisk, make sure it's very fluffy and nice, and then you add the egg, and then you add the flavor, anything else you want to add. Now, the final thing you add is your flour, right? You can't just put the flour in and then the same way you mixed the butter and the sugar, you're not going to have a good consistency. You need to fold the flour in to the mixture. So you fold it in, cut and fold. Oh my goodness. I think I need to do a show. I need to start a show, a cooking show. So you need to fold it in so that you can have the right consistency that you want. Now, no matter even if I've done all of that and it's good and it's beautiful and I put it inside the oven, if I say to myself, oh, it's supposed to stay in the oven for half an hour, but honestly, my kids, they really need to eat this cake now. And then I'm even going out. I don't have time for half an hour. After 5 minutes, I'm just going to bring it out. Let them eat it like that. Do you think that they're going to enjoy that cake? Do you even think that I'm going to have a cake in the first instance? Will I have a cake? Not at all. I wouldn't. I don't know what I will have, but it wouldn't be a cake. Why? Because it's not done. It has not stayed in the oven for long enough. And the oven is hot. Hey, Kazanta Yarebo. The oven is hot. Sometimes I'm like, I want to open the oven and then I open it and I forget that how hot it is. And sometimes my jewelry, I can feel them burning. Right? So it's hot. So where I put the cake is not like, oh wow, this is so cool, so nice, zen. It's not zen for that mixture. It's hot. But that cake, that mixture needs that intensity of heat, because sometimes again, if your oven, there's so many things to cake, right? If you put everything in and the oven is not at a particular temperature, it's not going to rise, it will be flat. What will happen? The top of the cake will burn, the bottom will not burn. There's a lot of dynamics to this state. So it has to be right. But the oven is hot. And sometimes you are going through heat in your life and you're wondering, why is my life like this? Why are things happening to me like this? Why am I still in this? When is this fire going to be over? I've been through the fire and I've been through the flame. Oh, my light is going off again. Okay, light in Jesus' name. You're not going to distract me tonight. I've been broken into pieces. See lightning flash from above, but through it all, I remember that He loves me. Forget about my voice. And He cares. And He'll never put more on me than I can bear. Honestly, Sometimes the fire can be like that. But see, the fire is supposed to refine you. I don't know why I'm going in this direction. Maybe somebody is in the fire right now and you are like, God, I don't even understand. Why am I inside this fire? Why is this happening to me? And then you're comparing yourself to other people. And like, but look at this person, look at that person. Their own life is not like mine. Listen, we have individual journeys. The truth is, when I was going through my own fire, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I couldn't see beyond the fire. And sometimes you are in that, you can't see anything else outside of that fire. All you can see is fire. And this fire is burning me. When am I going to get out of this fire? But listen, the fire is not burning you, the fire is processing you. I think somebody just needs that. Mali's World, Zoom, Rena, Sambri. Hi all, I see you. Thank you for joining. Oshio, hi, Ade Doja, Betle, Kingin, Hope, hi. Thank you for connecting. Thank you all for connecting. The fire you are in is processing you, and somebody needs to write a note to themselves tonight. A note to self. This fire that I'm in is not here to destroy me. It is processing me. It is refining me and processing me for my purpose, for my assignment. If Joseph was not processed and he got to that palace, honestly, what do you think he would have done to his brothers? He probably would have killed them. The first, when he saw them, like, oh my God, you see? This is how my God catches people. See yourself. Go and destroy them, go and kill them. Nonsense people. But he said, yes, so the fire I'm in is refining me. He said, you guys meant it for evil, but God turned it around for my good. It's refining you. It's maturing you. It's preparing you for your assignment. So the things that I'm doing today, I will not be able to do it except that I went through the pathway that I went through. I say a lot of times that when clients sit in front of me and they're talking, I'm just smiling. And, they're like, it's true, it happened to me. Like, you don't need to convince me that it happened to you. I know it happened to you because I've been there. I've been there. And sometimes trying to get somebody who doesn't understand where you're coming from, has not walked in your shoes to understand you, can be very difficult. Clients one time that said, oh, I've been through so many therapists, but when I'm talking to them about what happened to me, they look at me as if I'm lying. And if you've had an experience with a narcissist, when you are recounting your experiences, people will actually think that you are lying. I'm telling you, people will think that. They might not say it, but the way they will look at you like. But you can see now, you know that we need some modalities, and the conversation is not just verbal. And you're like, okay, they don't believe me. Because you can't blame them. They haven't been through what you went through. They don't understand it. So it's from not a bad heart, they just don't get it. So have you paused to think that what you're going through one day in the future is going to help you to help somebody? And that's why I started to say, listen, healing is important. I say you have to heal because you carry value. Healing is not the end. It's just a means to an end. The end is you fulfilling your purpose. Because he sent you here for an assignment. You have an assignment. And listen, I was meditating a few days ago and this just jumped on me. I was thinking about assignment, our assignment. Your assignment is not for you. It's not for you. Your assignment is for other people. That's why it is an assignment. And you might think, right? I don't want to go into that, otherwise I'll get distracted. But we've seen legends who were trusted with particular assignment, that those assignments didn't benefit them. And some people like, so if this person is doing all of these things, why is their own life like this? Because your assignment is for other, is an assignment delivered to other people. It's bigger than you. Your assignment and your purpose is bigger than you. That is why you need to heal, because you, yes, you and you carry value. You carry value. Yes, I can see everything turn around for my good. Awesome. You carry value and you need to fulfill your value. You need to fulfill your assignment. Because there's somebody, some destinies are tied and connected to yours. And if you don't rise out of that pain, if you don't rise out of that past, those destinies will be affected. So let's talk about purpose. Purpose is your why, is why you are created. The way, and one of the things we also said is that the way you even are physically, your design, you are designed for your purpose. You're designed for your purpose. God is very intentional. He doesn't make mistakes. Everything he does it intentionally. The country, yes, the country you are born is also part of the design of your purpose. That's what I wish I was born. I was, this AI things, honestly. But I actually do love watching those babies, or the AI thing they do with the babies. And I saw one the other day, and the baby looked at the mom and said, "Mommy, which country am I in?" You probably have seen it as well. And the mother says, "Oh, my dear, you are in Nigeria." And baby was like, "Eh? No, I can't. I'm going back. I'm going to say." And he was running. And like, this is not what I said I wanted. There's a mistake somewhere. It just doesn't really crack me up. And then the babies are calling their grandmas and they say, "Please come and pick me." And it's just, I think it's hilarious, personal opinion. But you see, even sorry, that's it or say it. Where the country you are born, your parents, your siblings, they are all part of the packaging for your purpose. There are no mistakes with God, right? And so we're saying you need to heal so that you can fulfill purpose. And then we started to look at the impact, the importance of relationships in purpose. And so last week, right, I began to say to us that purpose is never a solo journey. You cannot fulfill your purpose on your own. Good evening, blessing. Shagunitemi, good evening. Lydia, Lau, Victor, I see you all. Thank you so much for joining. You cannot fulfill your purpose on your own. You cannot fulfill destiny on your own. There's always what we call purpose. What's that? I'm not sure what. TikTok. Okay, don't worry. I'll go and do a masterclass on it because sometimes some things pop up. I don't even know what that is at all. So you cannot fulfill purpose on your own. You need people to help you fulfill your purpose. Covenant relationships, destiny relationships. People that would, like a David and a Jonathan. That was a covenant relationship. That was a destiny relationship. That was a relationship that helped David to fulfill his purpose. A Naomi and a Ruth. And see, you have to understand when these relationships are in your life. You need to know them. And one of the things I think I said last week, is that every relationship in your life needs to be identified. Yes, purpose partners. Thank you, blessing. Every relationship in your life needs to be defined. This person, this relationship, these relationships, what is it supposed to do in my life? Is this a mentee? Is this a spiritual father? Is this a spiritual mother? Is this a covenant friend? Is this a partner? What is this this person doing in my life? What am I supposed to do with them? Now, Oprah, right? A lot of times we talk down at her, she left, but she probably realized that, because again, in fact, if you think about it, is if Oprah had gone with Ruth, right? There was only one Boaz. There was only one Boaz. So she could have gone and then be saying, "Okay, we are here by looking after it." And then at the end of the day, only Ruth gets to marry Boaz. And then Oprah is just there. Like, they've left her and she's on a long thing. But she understood. She was like, okay, well, I think this is where our journey ends. My spiritual mother used to say, be weary of expired mentors. Expired mentors. And sometimes those mentors, it might not be that they are still not who they are, right? In some instances, right? It might just be that your journey with them has come to an end. And so you have to be sensitive. The Bible talks about the sons of Issachar who had understanding of the times and the seasons. And they knew what Israel ought to do. And it says something. It says their brethren were at their command. There's something called divine alignment with timing, with divine timing, not chronos, but kairos time. And kairos time also has to do with relationships, right? So Ruth knew that, Oprah knew that, I think that my relationship with Naomi has come to an end. She knew it. She just said, oh, okay, let's be going. If I go back now, if I go back now, people start saying this about me. Or they'll say, she left her mother-in-law. But she knew that this journey has, and otherwise she would have just followed and then gone to follow them to back to where they were going, and then she would just be there. How do they say to you? Adele Moshu or something like that. Ruth will have married, would have, because Boaz saw what he saw, he liked what he liked. And they don't look the same. Right? So understanding relationships, times and seasons in relationships is so critical, is so important in fulfilling purpose. So God uses people, uses community, uses relationships as instruments to guide, sharpen, support, and accelerate us into destiny. Nobody becomes who they are called to be in isolation. Nobody. Hey, I see Dr. Shala. Good evening, sir. Nice to have you. I still need to figure out why is it telling me to invite, say hi? Okay, I can say hi. I think I can say hi. Don't mind me. It's just TikTok. They're to indoctrinate me into TikTok life. But it's good. It's all good. It's all good. Yes, thank you, Amarachi. She says words on marble. Thank you. Yes, awesome. You're welcome, Shola. Good to see you, sis. Nana, hi, good to see you. I'm very well. Thank you for asking, Rema, Max. Awesome. So we need people in our lives. We need to understand the relationships in our lives. And sometimes it doesn't look like what we think it should be. Right? If Naaman had not paid attention to that girl, that was a relationship in his life. This is a maid. How can they help me move towards my purpose? How can they help me fulfill and achieve what I want in life? So it's important to be sensitive. Like the sons of Issachar, they had understanding of the times and seasons, and they knew what to do. So then we said, I'll just quickly run through what we said last time. Relationships provide support and strength. Relationships provide perspective. You can only see things from one angle, right? And sometimes you need other people to help you see it from different angles. I'm big on the Bible says in the multitude of counselors there is safety, right? I'm big on seeking counsel. And I usually have people, so like today there was an issue I needed to make a decision on. I had two people who I know that, okay, this person, they have expertise in this area. So I'll ask the two of them the same question, and then I will weigh their answers, and that will lead me to make the decision I want to make. So if I didn't have those relationships in my life, then so you have to provide perspective. Relationships bring opportunities. Relationships also provide accountability. One thing that I said also was that a lot of people now, this is exactly a month to Christmas. Oh my God. So don't say that word. Yes, I say it is 1 month to Christmas. Christmas, celebration of Christ and his anointing. Just 1 month to go. And once it's Christmas, the year has ended. 2025. Where did it go to? When did we say Happy New Year? When did we say, oh my God, it's 2025? Right? And today's already 25/11/25. Oh, that's nice. Nice reading to it. So 50, 51. Okay, I don't know what that means. I'm not even going to start telling you that it means anything. It's just 25, 11, 25, right? So 50, not traditional. Oh my goodness, my math. So 50 plus 11, that is 60, 61. Okay, it doesn't mean anything. Don't mind, don't even mind me at all. I'm just, yeah, that's, let's just leave that one to decide. Just because I have a friend who always numbers, the person will just share do something with numbers. So it's share 25, 11, 25 today, and that's a month to Christmas. And that means the year is nearly wrapping up. How many of your goals have you achieved? How many of your goals have you achieved? How much of your goals have you achieved? What have you done? It's always had to be, oh yeah, this I'm going to do this. I have my goals. But one of the things that helps us achieve our goals is accountability. Accountability, always. Willpower is good, but you better know that there's something that can affect your willpower. Life, circumstances, situations. So you cannot always win with willpower. But with accountability, you know that you can always win. Right? So relationships helps us activate our gift. We looked at that, the importance of relationships, the right relationships in our lives. And then I'm going to run through, because I did say I was going to talk about this, because somebody was saying, how do I know? Because yes, the same way relationship can help you fulfill your purpose, relationship can deter you from fulfilling your purpose. Right? Okay, we'll say half Thursday. Because I really want to go into, some things. I would look at that on Thursday, right? I forgot that it was Thursday because I was trying to rush. So let us look at some elements of healthy relationships. Elements of healthy relationships. Okay. So now that you've said, oh, I need a relationship in my life, and I know that is good for me, because Kojola, you talked to us about that before. Relationship can destroy, relationship can this, can that, can that. And there's something I've always also said a lot, is that there are bad people in this world, and some of us have encountered them. Right? People who have hurt us, people who have taken advantage of us, people who we trust, whom we trust, and then they stabbed us in our back. Sometimes some of them, not all of them in the back, some of them in the chest. The chest is worse than the back. People who have really, like, you sit down, you're like, how can somebody be this wicked? Have you ever sat down and thought that? Because you can't even fathom it, like, why are you like this? Why do you have to be, you don't get it? And the truth is, that can put you off. I'd be like, I'm not trusting anybody. I was having a conversation with somebody the other day, and the person was like, oh, this person broke my heart. I'm like, hey, yeah, they broke your heart. I'm so sorry they broke your heart, but how did your heart get into their hands? Don't mind me, I can be very painful like that. So I'm like, how did your heart get into their hand for them to break? The same way you will not give a little child a glass. You in homes, in a lot of homes where you have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 year old, they have plastic plates, plastic spoons, plastic cutleries, because they can't trust those children at that point in time with the glass plates, with the ceramic plates, because they might just break it. So I was saying to the person, listen, right? For somebody to break your heart, it means that you didn't check if the person was matured enough for you to give your heart to them. Hey. Okay. I don't want I don't want to go deep into this. You have to check. Because if you give your heart to them and then they go and break it, so we will talk about that in matured singles masterclass and all of that. How not to how to decipher if this person is matured enough, or are they ready for me to give my heart to, because I don't want to give my heart to somebody that will not know the value of my heart, and then they break it, and then I'm broken, because once it's broken, they break it, and you have to, so all of that. So in as much as, yes, Amarachi says, how hardened can somebody be? I know. In as much as there are bad people in the world, right? There are also some very good, amazing people in the world. Have you met some of them? I have met some of them. Good people. Oh, people have been like, oh, you did that. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, I was still saying about how a friend of mine surprised me during my birthday last week. And I was like, I wasn't expecting it. And me, because I'm a very, very creative person, before you surprise me, I will have, okay, what are they planning? Okay, what they do? What are they do? So I'll probably need know that you are doing something now, just. But no, I didn't experience. In fact, when I got into my friend's house and she had balloons, happy birthday, and everything, I didn't even see those things. Like my own head is still thinking logic ahead. So this one, and then she's like, "Look, look, are you for real?" So there are some very good people in the world. So how do I know? Because listen, when we talk about purpose partners, people you can trust with your purpose. Because listen, you can't also trust everybody with your purpose. Oh, I don't have time to go deep into relational intelligence. You need relational intelligence when it comes to fulfilling purpose. When I say you have to know the define every relationship, some relationships are acquaintanceships, and leave it there. Leave it there. Sometimes you try to move people from an acquaintance into a friendship, into a covenant friendship without following the due process, and then we self-sabotage. The best they can be in your life is acquaintanceship. Just leave it there. It's okay. Don't try to move it forward. We're acquainted. Hey, hi, hello, and everything. Because that is just like I jokingly said that when you give it, why did you give your heart to that person? Didn't you check before that they could manage your heart and take care of it? Sometimes we do that as well, even with interpersonal relationships. We don't check, we don't follow the due process before we just say, because we are so much in need of having people in our lives. And this can also be a trauma response. Are you comfortable with being on your own? Are you comfortable in your own company? Or do you always have to talk to somebody on the phone, call somebody on the phone, put on your television is playing, you're on Instagram? Are you comfortable? Can you be quiet? Can you be in a state of zen by yourself on your own? And your head is still calm. Your head is not going crazy. You have to enjoy your own company. Because the truth is, there's one person you cannot never ever get away from. And that is you. You are stuck with you for the rest of your life. Oh my God, I need a new light because I'm not sure what's going on with my light. I think it's tired and I'm just going to leave it. It's just pray for me because I'm not a perfectionist, but I just like things. I like things being in a proper place. Okay, light, stop doing this to me, lights. Okay. So where was I? Help, pray for me. Right. I like things in a particular way, I'm I have some male inside of me. Hi, go fresh. Omoteniola, essay. Hi, yes, awesome. Thank you all so much for connecting. Olulao, I see you all. Thank you, George, Jimmy. Hi. Nice to have you on Soul Clinic with the Soul Doctor, and we're talking about purpose and relationship and purpose, and we're saying that you need some covenant relationships in your life for you to be able to fulfill purpose. There are good people in the world and there are bad people in the world. How do I decipher, right? Understanding defining the different relationships in our lives. But I'll just run through about 7 things, right? Seven elements, right? For you to check in anybody you say you want to get close to in a relationship. So how do I know if this relationship is authentic? How do I know that I can trust this person, right, as a friend, right? How do I know if I can share my heart, I can be vulnerable with this person? And see, when it comes to relationship, you can't rush things. Just the same way you cannot rush, you cannot say, I'm putting this cake in the oven. It's supposed to be there for 30 minutes. I'm just going to get it out now after 5 minutes. No, you can't rush it. right? There's something I normally say, and I'm going to just pick this from also my book. So again, all my books are available on Amazon, right? You can avail yourself of a copy. This is Street Sense for Good Girls. I've got From Pain to Purpose, Rise Above Your Past, Trauma Healing Guide for Parents. So that's a devotional, and then the Regrets Trap. And of course, you guys know that my latest product, right, is also here. So this is a Famitro pillow cushion. Okay, we have them in different colors, and it has different things on it: bold, worthy, lovely, be blessed, valuable, right? So it has different things on it, and we have them in black, in orange, in blue, and I think in red. Okay, but at the moment we are only posting to the UK. Okay, so if you're in the UK or you want to gift this to a friend in the UK, again, like I said, you do your Christmas shopping, boom, boom, boom. You've got the perfect Christmas gift, especially for those your young girls, teenagers, that may be struggling with their self-esteem or self-worth. Give them a gift of a throw pillow cushion where they can put their head on, they can sleep, they can look at it, they can remember they're valuable, they are loved, they're special, right? So DM to place your orders. Right, so what are we talking about? Yeah, I was talking about the books that I'm going to be sharing from Street Sense. So number one, right? Honesty. So these are 7 things I'm going to give you to look out for in authentic relationship. So these are attributes of authentic relationship, and it needs time. That's the first thing you have to tell yourself. So be acquainted with people. So acquaintance, like, or casual relationships, is the first level of relationship. You meet somebody at a meeting, or you met them in church, you met them at school, and then, hi, what's your name? My name is this, my name is that. Oh, that nice. So you have something in common, exchange numbers, find with them. The following day is not the day to now call them and tell them all your life story. And you see, in 1974, I did this one, and then in 1929, I now did this one that happened, that one that happened, this one that happened. You don't even know this person. You don't know their values. You need to give it time. I say to single people, if you are so, I don't know where I'm going in that direction today, but it's fine. Yeah, about 15 minutes more. We'll finish off on Thursday. you know. So you see, you're trying to get into a relationship. Can't work together except they agree, except they see things from the same perspective. So values alignment is important. You need to know your own values, and then check your values with the value of this person that you want to get into a relationship with. Now, if you get into a relationship, so of course you have to find out if this person, if we share the same value. So I said to them, it's not, I'm not even going to just ignore this light. Forget about this light. That's it. Guys, just, give encouragement, because my light is just, and maybe it's because we broke the jugulars. I didn't give it jugular. But we're going to do what we're doing tonight. People are going to be blessed. They're going to rewatch it, and they are going to be blessed. Thank you. So, you see, so you know your values, and then you see, hi Damilare, good to have you. Isata, Isata, I don't know if I pronounced it wrongly, but thank you for connecting. And then so you know that these are my values, and then you're trying to check. So if, for instance, my values are gratitude, generosity, love, and spirituality, right? And then I want to see if this person that I want to be in a relationship with has those values. I don't sit down and say, hey, so are you a generous person? Hey, number 2, are you a spiritual person? I have 4 questions for you. Number 1, are you a kind person? Number 5, do you value gratitude? Do you know what? They will tell you yes. Why? Because they want something from you. So those are not questions that you ask. Those are things that you sit back and check. And you cannot find out those things in one day. You can't. So being able to identify whether a relationship is authentic or not, the first thing is it takes time. You have to tell yourself, it takes time. I'm not rushing. I have to allow the relationship to evolve organically. Right? It's the difference between people who build their social media with, by 1 million followers, and the people who build it organically. You can see the difference. Right? Because The person that's bought the followers, they might have 1 million followers and you put up a post and only 3 people like it. As how? It's the same thing. So allow the relationship to develop organically. So watch out. Okay, talk. In talk. The Bible is so, I love the Bible. It says in the multitude, right? In the multitude of how did you say it? It has gone off my head. In the multitude of the mouths. Oh my goodness. Okay, somebody should help me remember that thing. It's just flew off my head. Something about thoughts and then your words. Like, so, but out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Because I was like, I was about to say it and then it disappeared. Out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. Hey, I see Teju. Good evening, Mama. Gertrude. Hi, good evening. Lau Jiao Dao. Hi, good evening. Mary. Hi, Kenny. Good to see you. If you want to know somebody, just keep talking to them. Keep talking to them. Keep talking to them. Hey, hi, what's up? How you doing? As they are talking, you will know the kind of, and the heart is the person. The heart is the person. Do you know that God does not use the glasses we use to look at people? When Prophet Samuel was going to go and ordain or anoint the king, and he went to Jesse's house, he said, Jesse, bring all your children. God said, I should come and anoint. Yes, thank you, Lord. God said, I should come and anoint a king. So, it was in his head, okay, king, man, he has to be 6 foot. He has to be a man's man, He has to stand and everything. So he was like, in his idea, he had an idea of what a king should look like. And then the guy started to come. Eliab, he started to come, and then surely this must be the Lord anointed. See as he fits, see man, even me man, And God says, oh boy, it's not him. Let's walk on. It's not him. It's not him. He says, see, I don't see as man sees. Man looks at the outward, but me, I look at the heart. The heart is you. The heart is the person. I'm sorry. Even to me that I'm saying it, this is deep. There's some things I say I don't know before. I just say it by the help of the Holy Spirit. The heart is the person. The heart. What is inside the heart? That's why the Bible says that the heart of man is desperately wicked. Like the heart. Because we cannot see the heart. And so sometimes somebody comes and they are, hi, hello, hi, okay. And you're like, oh, she's so soft-spoken and she's so pretty as well. And we just get her. She's the best in the house since slide. And then you carry the person home and the person wake up, you this nonsense man. What's your problem? Are you not going to... And then you're like, what happened? You have changed. No, she didn't change. Uncle, she didn't change. You didn't check the hearts. Hey, you did not check the hearts. You always have to check the hearts. Just check the hearts. Because the heart is the person. There's something I normally say, and I'll say it again. Nobody can consistently act in a way that is inconsistent with who they are on a consistent basis. Do you get it? I should say it again. Hi, Deji. Good evening, Tokumbo. Hi, Rosamonte. Hi. I see you all. Thank you so much for connecting. I'll say it again. Nobody consistently acts in a way that is inconsistent with who they are on a consistent basis, because the heart always overflows. Out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. The heart, what is inside the heart will eventually come out if you give it time. If you give it time. Ask anybody who has, gotten into a wrong relationship, trusted the wrong person, done something. Ask them. There's always one common thing. I rushed in. I didn't take my time. There's always that element of rush. I didn't get to find out what is in the heart of this person. Because you can't hide what is in the heart. You can't hide it. It's only a matter of time. It will come out. It will come out. So let's quickly run through these 7 things. Number 1, honesty. So attributes of authentic relationship. Now we've said that to fulfill your purpose, you need relationship. They can fulfill their purpose in isolation, right? However, how do I know? How do I know? I'm tired. I'm weary of relationships. I've trusted people. Things have not worked out. I'm not sure if I can trust human beings again. And I get you. I feel you. It's fine. Don't worry about it. There are so many of us in that WhatsApp group. But you have to heal. Remember, when you heal, you glean lessons from your experience and you become wiser. You become mature. So the little child that they say, don't put your hand in that fire. I'm like, hey, I don't know why are you saying that. Let me just put my hand, Jerry. And then you put your hand and then it burns you. What happened? That little child has learned a lesson. The next time that 5-year-old sees fire, there's now a memory. Okay, so the pain has anchored, the fire has anchored pain in the person's memory that when I see burning fire, pain, don't go there. Don't go there. So that is what our experience is supposed to teach us. Not to become a bad person, or not to become a feisty person or a wicked person. It's just to make you more mature and wiser. Setting boundaries. And so you see, I'm still my very nice self. But man, I've got some boundaries in place. I've got some boundaries in place. I'm very nice, even if I say so myself. But I've got some, because I have learned, my experiences have taught me that I need to be what? The subtitle of my book, I need to be gentle as a dove, as a serpent. Jesus Christ said it. I need to be gentle as a dove, nice, innocent. But I must also be wise as a serpent. And Jesus Christ said this, and he used the serpent as an illustration of who you should be wise as. Meaning, no darling. No darling. I will say no to you and I'll be smiling. Oh, I'm so sorry. I won't be able to make it. Whatever you now decide to think about me, it's not my, I can't help you now. You are the one that is thinking it's about me. Do you get? Because sometimes like, if I say no, they will think this or they will say that. But how is that my issue? Issue. How is that my own issue? What they are thinking? She means you and your thinking. Like one of my friends will say, leave me and my thinking alone. No, she means my thinking. You have to be wise as serpent. But why are some experiences crippling? Amarachi, you need to heal, my sweetheart. No experience can cripple you except you allow it to cripple you. Trust me, I've been there. I know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm talking about. If an experience should cripple anybody, I shouldn't be sitting in front of you talking. I shouldn't. I've shared this with you before and it's in public domain. So it's not, I've said to you that one of my mandates is to show people my scar. And people won't believe that I'm a private person. I am a private. That instruction, stop bringing up your scars. I have a physical scar, but it wasn't just my physical. I was talking about my emotional scars. So every experience has a tendency to cripple you. In fact, that is the assignment of that experience. Every negative experience, the goal is to cripple you. And why does it want to cripple you? Because you have a purpose to fulfill. Because you have a special assignment that the CEO of the whole wide world committed into your hands. Do you think the devil wants you to fulfill your assignment? No. So it's going to bring situations and circumstances that will cripple you from fulfilling your assignment. You're the one that will say no. You never reach. You never what? You never reach. And how do you do that? Heal. Healing is a journey. Healing is a journey. I didn't only go through 16 years of domestic violence and abuse, right? My children were, how will I say it now? I wasn't allowed to see or relate with my children. I didn't live with my children for at least 5 years, and they started to come to me one by one, by one, by one. And in that process, I was still delivering purpose. I refused to sit. And that was something that I felt, don't take my children away from me. You can do every other thing, no? My children that God helped me to birth. Don't do that. And God took me through that period. I was on my own for 5 years, trusting God. But I shared something on my status today. I trust God, that God is faithful through his word. And he gave me a promise in Isaiah 49:24-26, and I held on to that promise for 8 years. 8 years. God's word cannot fail. But do you know what was happening to me through that period? It was forming me. It was shaping me. It was refining me. Assignment that he has committed into me. And so, my darling Amarachi, you are not crippled, except you allow that experience to cripple you. You need to heal. And healing is a gift you give yourself. The trauma, the abuse, whatever happened to you, happened to you. You didn't go and carry it. This was a battle that chose you. But guess what? The response to that event is in your hands. Look at your 2 hands. Is in your hands. Why? Because you have no control over what other people do, over other people's actions or inactions, because sometimes they are valid expectations. You only have control over your own actions and your reactions to their action. So somebody's working on you, they looked at you, they eye you like this, they even his nonsense. Okay, they have done what they are doing. How are you going to respond to it? And you have options. See, in this life, you always have options. So I tell people, don't not ever say, I don't have any options. Like, lie is a lie. That's one of the greatest lies. You have options. You have just not thought of the options. That's one of the things we do in coaching. We help you to think of your options. I still did it for somebody today. I was like, I only have one. I said, you don't only have one option. Let's think. You have more options. Yeah, you have options. Trust me, you have options. So you can look back at the person, YouTube, what do they call that thing? Eye them and ease, or even call their names, or even throw a stone at them. They say, why did you throw a stone at them? Because she eyed me and she is. That's why I threw the stone at her. Okay, so that's one option. And then maybe that person will do their own back and then the back and forth. But another option is you can smile and say, and just go. Another will probably ignore the person and just do as if they don't even exist. You didn't even see them. Those are your options. You don't have control over what they do, but you have control over how you react to what they do. So how do you want to react? Right? And react by rising out of your past, rising from that past. React by stepping into purpose, healing and fulfilling purpose. And that is why, for those of you who have gone through any kind of emotional pain, emotional trauma, and you have come out on the other side, purpose is calling you. Purpose is calling you so that you can begin to help other people. Listen, if you have not registered for the certification in emotional health practice, you need to go and register. That's our first course in Jola-Grace Academy, Become a Certified Emotional Health Practitioner. And we're going to take you through, okay, let me quickly run through the curriculum now. So it's going to be over 12 weeks, right? And at the moment, we have a 49% discount off. That's my birthday discount. Okay, so yes, you can decipher my age from that. Okay, so it's 12 sessions and it's live taught, so it's not self-paced that okay you will look at it. No, it's live taught. So we're going to be having interventions. It's going to be, I'm going to be facilitating most of the sessions. So week 1, introduction to emotional healing. the human soul and basics of neuroscience. Week 2, emotional intelligence, foundations, emotional literacy, and self-awareness tools. Week 3, understanding childhood wounds, trauma roots, and somatic responses. Week 4, identifying dysfunctional patterns, triggers, emotional cycles, and coping systems. Week 5, inner healing tools. We give you inner healing tools. With 6, it will be introduction to CBT, cognitive behavioral therapy. Week 7, we're going to look at introduction to emotional freedom techniques and matrix imprinting. Week 8, coaching skills for emotional healing. Week 9, we're going to also teach you facilitation skills. So, right, a lot of the things that I do, we're going to be teaching you in week 9, facilitation skills, good managing emotions. So for if you're HR executive or you lead people in whatever area, how to speak to people. Week 10, we're going to look at applied practices, right? How to do affirmation, how to journal. We're going to look at some case reflections as well. Week 11, we are looking at supervised role play. So like I said, it's going to be practical. And then with 12, we're going to look at ethics, boundaries, career development, program creation, branding under the Jola-Grace framework. And there's an option if you also want as well to come under my mentorship, right? Okay, of course, that's not with the usual package. And then we're going to help you to set up your practice and also put you on our database so that when we have people coming in, clients needing coaching and therapy, you can be inside our pods. They can pick from that pot, and so you just get like automated referral. So that is all of this that we're working on. So if you know that this, I think I have a calling, I have an inkling to this course is for you. The link is in my bio. Go and register. Take advantage of the 49% discount now before that offer expires. Okay, so Chioma, hi, good evening. Bogani, hi. Chris and Chris, hi. I see you all. Thank you so much for joining. So number two, I talked about honesty, right? You need to check if this person is transparent with you, because pretentious relationships lack transparency. It's filled with lies and deception. Proving that someone is honest in a relationship takes time. I've already talked about that before. The person you can trust this person. And listen, when you see, I normally say 3 strikes. So for me, but some people say once you see it, just I give it three strikes. Because I'll say something when I finish talking about all of this. If somebody shows you I'm a dishonest person once, you can give a leeway. Maybe I can't really. If it happens again, begin to once it happens the 3rd time, uncle, auntie, forget it. And one of the ways we self-sabotage is to excuse bad behavior. Somebody consistently is displaying bad behavior, show you bad behavior, and you keep excusing it. It wasn't really, it's because, see, let me say this now before I continue. And this, if I'm going to make this, use this, it's one of the videos I want to record, but I'll say it now. Right? In that sometimes we deceive ourselves, we're delusional, right? And you need to snap out of it. So imagine you're a pet lover, you love pets. Say to yourself, I'm going to go to that veterinary, they sell baby animals, right? And I really, really love a dog. I want to get a baby dog that's a puppy. And all the animals they have furs, furry animals, the same as babies, right? For some reasons, child gave you this baby animal. They say, okay, this is take it to me. You're very excited. I have a puppy. You tell everybody, it's just 2 days old. Look at it, it's so cute. You put it here and then you clean it. You tell everybody, I have a dog now. It's just still a baby. A dog. I love it so much. This is his name. Blah, 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 blah. Now you have a dog. And then a few weeks later, you carry the dog and you're trying to maybe give it a wash or something. And you notice whiskers. They're like, whiskers. Where's a dog now? Why is he having whiskers? Well, maybe it's the breed. maybe it's just, then you just decide, and then one day you hear meow, and you're like, it's a dog that I bought now. What's okay? I said, okay, maybe a cat passed and the cat said meow. That's why it's also saying meow. Okay, 1 second, please. TikTok is asking me to do this thing again. Okay, I've done it. Right? So you don't just say, no, maybe it's not, you can't really be saying meow and all of that. And then you realize a few weeks again later on, this animal starts to jump. He jumps on top of the table, he finds the way he hides, and you say, this thing is a this thing is it's not a dog, oh, he's a cat, oh. And I say, he's actually a cat, and then now he's actually more developed, and like meow, meow, meow. I say, he's a cat. When I was supposed to be a dog, when I asked for a dog, and it was, as a baby, he looks exactly the same. Actually, she's laughing. And then you now say to yourself, okay, I have to do my visualization now. I've been to a lot of classes. I attended Jola's certification program. I'm a certified emotional practitioner. I have to visualize this cat. I need to visualize this cat as a dog. In fact, tomorrow morning I'm going to join the Hallelujah Challenge. I'm going to join the 5 a.m. network. I'm going to join it. I'm going to pray, right? That this animal, even though it's a cat, and my desire is a dog, there's nothing God cannot do. I am going to pray. In fact, let me call my sister, my friend. Let me call my even pastor, my pastor's wife. Let me tell them to join me in prayers. That this animal, which right now is meowing because it is a cat, but it's actually a dog, that it will become a dog. Hey, it has to become a dog. Pray, open your mouth and pray. Call Jesus' name 3 times and shout hallelujah 7 times. Why? That this animal, this cat must what? Become a dog. Lord, in Jesus' name, dog, and then we can pray. Sister, why are you praying? Is this cat, oh? Is this animal, oh? I actually wanted to buy a dog, and they now gave me this. It has now grown. Look at it. It's actually a cat, but I believe that there's nothing God cannot do. I am praying that it will become a dog. I need to have a drink after that. Please, when will the prayers be answered? When will that prayers be answered? Somebody said never. You're right, never. That prayer is not good. Your visualization is not going to do nothing. Why? The nature of this animal, it has a nature. The nature is cats. And you see, again, you have options. Once you realize that it's a cat, ask yourself, okay, what I have is a cat. Because the first level is acceptance. You have to accept. Oh, you're trying to get the moral of the story. Okay. I will try and summarize. Network. Oh, sorry, I say. Okay, let me quickly rush because you won't get the dramatized parts. There's a network. When you say network, there's a version of the Bible that's the dramatized edition. So I've already done the dramatized edition essay, so I'm not going to do the dramatized edition again. Hey, Auntie, hi, I see you. Good evening. Tama, I see you. Good evening. So I said that you imagine that you love animals. Rebecca, good evening. Thank you for coming. You love animals, right? And you go to a pet shop and you say all they sell there is baby animals. And you say, oh, I want a baby dog. I want a dog. Please give me an animal, right? I want to buy a pet. And they give you, see, as a baby, probably be small like this, my rabbit, right? And then They give you this small, because they are all furry animals, so they all look the same as babies. So they give you this baby animal, and as far as you are concerned, is a dog, and you take it home and you start nurturing it, start feeding it, you start training it. And then one day you wake up, you see whiskers. I say, ah, how does he have whiskers? But he's a dog, he's not supposed to have whiskers. It's fine. It's just a different breed. And then it keeps growing and growing and growing. And then one day you realize that, my goodness, he's meowing, he's jumping up and down, he's actually a cat. And then you say, okay, well, I know what to do. I will pray. Because what God cannot do does not exist. In fact, I will use my visualization. I will imagine, I will declare on this cat that it shall become what? A dog. So I said, when will that prayers be answered? In fact, you call your pastor, you call everybody, please pray for me. What's the prayer request? That this cat that I bought is now grown. This animal, I discovered that it is actually a cat, not a dog. But actually, I want a dog. Help me pray that it will become a dog. But you see, the same way everybody's laughing that, oh my God, is the same way we are in relationships. Strike one, strike two, strike three. The same pattern. And you're like, she will change. It's only when she gets angry. That's it. She talks to me like that. He will change. It's only when he gets angry, then he slaps me. He will change. She will change. The same she will change is like, and I want this to, I deliberately painted this graphic picture for you to begin to think that, is it possible for a baby cat to grow into an adult dog? Is it possible, really? You're praying, you are doing whatever intervention. Is it possible? You won't say, I will get a dog trainer to train this cat to become a dog. You can't even spend money. Is it going to happen? No, because the nature of this animal is cats. That's the nature. Cats and cats and cats. That's I wasted 10 years of my life, waste of time and energy. Yeah. Impossible. Until I said it's impossible. It's impossible. And it's okay. We've all been there. Essay, Amarachi, we've all been there. We've all been there. We've all been there. This is just to help you see and understand and what? Heal and learn from your past experiences. So I said, number one thing is honesty. Oh no, that can't be the time. Oh my goodness. Oh, whoa. Oh, I'm supposed to be joining the meeting. Okay, in a minute. Okay, so let me just, I'll say a few more. So yes, we've all been there. We make excuses, but I'm saying that I said, me personally, I give people 3 strikes. Strike one, let me see. Are you honest? You're dishonest. Strike two, when I say that you're dishonest. Strike three, that's it. That's it. Right? So for me, person, because see, you can't keep making excuses for bad behavior. You can't. Number 2, loyalty. Right? So I'm talking about, I want to give us 7 signs to know an authentic relationship. Number 1 is honesty. Check this person is honest. They are transparent with you, right? And you know, sometimes people, so when we were talking about honesty, it's not, did the person lie to me? Or I said, are you hungry? And they said, no, it's not that kind. Sometimes people are not just transparent. You know, they just make things the way they are not. So there's no, it's like, but why would you? There's even no need, right? So I mean, if you have, I can't remember the title of the movie. It was by Tony Abraham. That she just very unnecessary aggrandizement. Oh, my dad is in London. My mother is this one. Like, who are you deceiving? But once you see it once, right? Number 2, loyalty. This is when a friend is committed to you. You know, this is when a friend committed to you. You know, you can go to bed knowing that they have your back and won't snitch on you. Loyalty, right? The test of loyalty takes time and can be painful if or when you discover that someone you call a friend isn't loyal to you. If that happens, accept it, learn from it, and move on, right? rather than making excuses and getting hurt and heartbroken. Loyalty is so important. It's one of my own values. Loyalty. In fact, I can't. Yeah, it's actually, you can see my something that is irritates me. Disloyalty. Because once I'm loyal to you, I'm loyal to you. Once I'm loyal to you, it might take me time to get there, but once I'm there, right? So when you see that somebody is not loyal, you tell them something, and then you hear that thing from somebody else, or somebody, and you see this is a very common one. You think you and someone are close, and someone comes to tell that person something bad about you, and they believe it. Ah, it's okay. It's fine. It's okay. So, but you know what? Sometimes what we do, right? So that you can win that person's affection, you now try to start to explain yourself and start to bring yourself down and it's not necessary. It's not necessary. If somebody is loyal to you, even if, and because the world we live is, even if somebody comes and tells them, sometimes you don't understand that the people that are going about and doing this, they are jealous of you. The other person might not understand, you might not even understand. Right? My spiritual mother will say that anyone that is talking about you at your back is actually at your back. That means you are in their front. So why are you stopping to look back? Come move forward. You don't need to be looking. Keep moving forward. Right? Keep moving forward. So loyalty, when someone comes to tell you something about somebody, right? And you can't say, no, nah, I know Jola, no. I've actually talked to her about that. In fact, let me call her. There's one of my friends that does that too. Person will say, let me actually add this person to this call. I'm telling you, that's loyalty. You come to tell the person something about somebody, the person say, really? I'm not sure. Have you asked? Let me add the person to this call. By the time they say that, that person will, of course, disappear and say, hey, hello, hey, Jola is on the line. That thing that you said earlier on, can you say it? That's loyalty. Loyalty is so important. Number 3, sacrifice. I want to quickly go through the 7. Sacrifice. An authentic relation, in every authentic relationship, there will be sacrifice, right? They will go out of their way to support and encourage you emotionally, materially, and even financially. A true friend senses your need and rises up to it without even you asking. I just remember one of my friends. It's just a matter of, this one, the person say, okay. This my friend always asks me, what can I do practically? What can I do practically? I know I have to pray, but what can I do practically? And that's authentic relationships. And listen, let me say, it doesn't mean that authentic relationships are perfect though. You just need to know that these are the elements. Because as in every relationship, there will be some disagreement and some conflicts. But we know that I know the heart. So I relate to people based on heart. Once I've checked and tested your heart and is right, you can offend me, you can do something, because see, good people are not perfect people. Write that down if you're taking notes. Good people are not perfect people. That's so key. Because if you are thinking that, okay, good people must be perfect, you will not have anybody to relate with in this life. Because even you, auntie, uncle, you are not perfect too. I am not perfect. Right? So that's important. Sacrifice, important. Vulnerability. This is another key component of genuine relationships. There is no real relationship without vulnerability. However, a real friend covers your nakedness, and you can be vulnerable with them and know that you are safe. There is 100% confidentiality, and you know that you will not be blackmailed or exposed. Remember, it takes time to get here. You have to keep checking. You have to keep checking. And with vulnerability, you have to drop it little by little. So instead of telling them all your escapades in 1947, you might just say, last year I went to Malta, living there, and we really had fun. You see if that will go somewhere. See where that goes. If you hear the following week from somebody across the river, I say, we heard you went to Malta last year. How was it? And you're like, I didn't tell you that. There's nothing killing inside that. But the fact that I didn't tell this person that I went to Malta, this is the person I told I went to Malta, and this person knows I went to Malta. I need to pause and check and think. Vulnerability, right? And it has to be on both sides, because in some relationships you will see it's all just one-sided. One person always coming and the other person is not vulnerable. It's not authentic. Number 5, mutual respect. Everyone needs respect. It is what helps sustain our self-esteem. So regardless of the peculiarity, an authentic relationship, there will be respect, right? The person will respect you. The person will be considerate of your feelings and flows in the relationship, right? So for instance, standing through a third party, instead of talking directly to you, it is the foundation of your friendship. Signal trust and disregard for the bond you share. Communication is the bond of every relationship. It is a sign of value and respect. Respect also means that they value your boundaries and won't break it or get angry because you have one in place. We're talking about authentic relationships. It takes time. I'm thinking, is this possible? Yes, it's possible for people like that to exist. And you know, one thing I also love to say to people is when we're talking like this, step back and check yourself. Don't just be thinking, Bisola. John. Hey, I said it. Janet. Janet is not an authentic friend. Leave Janet and Bisola and John. Ask me, am I an authentic friend? And I will run through when I finish. So let's look inwards. Let's look inwards. Let's look inwards. Because it starts from you. Remember, I said good people are not perfect people. How authentic am I in relationships? How loyal am I? How honest am I? Let me work on myself, right? Number 6, reciprocity or mutuality, right? Authentic relationship is stably balanced. You can't be consistently giving 90% of your emotional credit and the other person is only giving you 10%. It shows that you both are not on the same frequency. So there has to be a balance. If I call you today, you call me back tomorrow. If I visit you today, you visit me back next week. If it's only one person doing the calling and the visiting and the reaching out, something is wrong. Something is wrong. And listen, you cannot force relationships to happen. He that must have friends must what? Show himself friendly. That is all you need to do. But once you show yourself friendly and there is no reciprocity, auntie, uncle, please leave it. Leave it. Because see, you know the way magnets automatically connect to a metal. There's supposed to be a magnetic connection to authentic relationships. You just, the both of you just gel. There's just a gel. If you're trying to force it, it's not happening. I've shown myself friendly and there's no reciprocity. Just what? Leave it alone. Leave it alone. Number 7, empathy. In authentic relationships, right? The people in relation can feel the pulse of the other people. There's empathy. If you consistently express your emotions and feelings to someone and all they do is invalidate your feelings and give you solutions, then that person is not a real friend. Because there's a place of empathy. Now, I usually like to use Job as an example in the Bible. The Bible talked about Job, that when Job went through the challenges he went through, his friends came to see him. When they saw him, physically, it wasn't even the Job they knew. Right? And they had they still had some banter later on. But the Bible recorded that when they came to Job's house, Job was sat on the floor. Obviously, just sat there. And Bible said Job's friend sat on the floor with him for 7 days and 7 nights. They didn't say a word to him. What's that? We got you. We're here for you. We day together. You know how they say it now. We day with you. We are together. They didn't have to say, hey, Job, what happened? Job, no, Job, wake up, Job, get up, get up. You have to have faith in God. You can't be sitting down here and be feeling sorry for yourself. Job, what is it? You are not the bad, worst things that have happened to people. Job, whoa, you are a child of God. Get up, get up, get up. The joy of the Lord is your strength. No. There's a place of empathy when people are going through pain. And you need to look for that in relationships. I said, they sat with him. For 7 days and 7 nights, they just sat with him. Job, we are here. We got you. We feel you, Job. There's something about presence. Letting people know that when you know that this person got my back, they hurt me. You know how they say that thing? This person, I know they got me. That's what those friends did for him. And that's empathy. And that's important. But you know what I said earlier on? Yes, these are things to check, whether it's in other relationships, the relationship that you want to, invest into, get yourself into, but also you need to ask yourself, am I this, right? So 7th is honesty, loyalty, sacrifice, vulnerability, mutual respect, reciprocity or mutuality, and empathy. Do I show this in my relationships or do I need to work on it? Because sometimes, especially when it comes to empathy, when you have been through trauma or pain, parts in you, everybody potentially has some dimension of empathy in them. Everybody, I even believe that everybody has that in them. But life and circumstances and situations sometimes kill that, which is why I also tell people heal, because it's possible for you, because of the experience you went through, to now become somebody who is hurting people, cold-hearted, nasty, wicked, because of what happened to you. So heal because you carry value. Heal because there is an assignment on your inside. Heal because your world is waiting for you to deliver on that value. There are destinies that are connected to you, and you need to heal. Purpose is calling. Purpose is calling. Are you going to pick up? 2025 is coming to an end. 2026 is coming, and purpose is calling you. Are you going to pick up? Again, I want to invite you to join Jola-Grace Academy, join our first course, Emotional Health Practice, right? You become an certified emotional health practitioner. Classes are going to be live taught. We are picking up in January, but enrollment is open right now. And you can take advantage of the 49% discount off. If you're watching on TikTok or YouTube, to get the link sent to you, please send an email to hello@coachjolagrace.com. So just say request for certification link, right? hello@coachjolagrace.com. So that's HELLO at coachjolagrace.com. If you go to our website as well, you can find out all the information is on the website. The website is www.coachjolagrace.com. And if you're watching on Instagram, the link to that course is in the bio, or you can just also send a DM if you want us to send the link directly to you. But this is your opportunity to invest in becoming an emotional healer on this motion, so that you can begin to work in your purpose, an assignment that God has sent you to here. Listen, the pain wasn't sent to destroy you. The pain was sent to help you mature, to prepare you for the assignment that God has in stock for you. And you, my friend, you, my brothers and sisters, you carry value. Nothing do you. You are beautiful. You are special. You are valuable. All you need to do is to arise and step boldly into your calling. I am the Soul Doctor. My name is Jola-Grace Emmanuel, and I'm committed to helping you heal, thrive, grow, discover, and fulfill your purpose. Thank you very much for joining me tonight on Soul Clinic with the Soul Doctor. Until next time, when I see you again, that will be Thursday, same time. Keep yourself busy in the joy of the Lord. Keep basking in the grace of God, because God loves you. God loves you. He loves you so much. And I love you too. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. See you on Thursday. Bye. Bye, all. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Wow, 1.5 hours.